It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. In the image of God, able to smite them, embracing my light. I can't leave this game without putting up a fight. These niggas clones, they digging they in the zip file. Shit was way better when Hov poured out the crystal. They put the pins down, maybe I should find you a pen pal. 20-year legends with clashes, they dropping mid now. I guess the mission accomplished. We were sent to demolish the infinite knowledge. We living in privates, we shipping the product for free, still looking for profit. Somebody tell me how long before this shit get abolished. I sat back and reassessed it. If we ain't got the GPS, then who giving directions? Moving out of order, we paid dues to collections. Chasing at the checks, but still skipping the checklist. Screaming gang gang, but bitching up for the tetanus. Rolling plain Jane, decapitated your necklace. I done got some placements that never paid with detections. Nothing finna change, so why we talking elections? I'm on their ass. You a killer, then why you been taking photographs? All the line, this shit is making my modem crash. Niggas crying to me, but ain't putting up the cash. Suffering succotash. Don't make me stuff your ass, but I had to battle before they said I'm legit. Gigs out of state, I couldn't afford the trip. $100 tape, I started studying nip. Nigga, this a marathon, you better gas up the whip, fucker. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. Another day, another Nicki Minaj video because she will not log off. She's still going in on SZA and Punch and TDE and Rock Nation and Desiree Perez. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Boy. Now, y'all know, just yesterday evening, we were right here. She decided to take shots at Punch. Punch had posted his new artist lyric. And she's been down with Punch for a minute now, so I ain't even going to say she's a new artist, but in the scope of the industry, she's a new artist because she hasn't broken through yet. You know, she's just taking her time, working with Punch, working with A Room Full of Mirrors, which is his collective. But she has a song out called Broken Barbies. And for whatever reason, when that got on the radar of Nicki Minaj and her fans, they decided to pounce on Punch. So she posted a photo of Punch, started calling him all types of fat, nasty, talking about he got shitty draws, all types of weird stuff. And again, I'm like, what do you know about Punch for you to be talking about he got shitty draws? Like, do you have this man's medical records or something? Like, what the fuck is going on? But anyway, so after that took shape, SZA caught wind of it. Or, well, I don't even know if SZA caught wind of it. You feel me? SZA just happened to tweet and said, you know, Mercury retrograde is in effect. Don't fall for the bait. Silly rabbit or something like that. And Nicki Minaj instantly pounced on that. SZA says it was completely unrelated. She had just gotten off stage out in Paris doing her motherfucking thing, touring and whatnot with Kendrick. But others say, nah, you knew what you was doing when you said that because she was going at Punch, which either way you want to slice it, homie, it don't fucking matter. Because if you're dissing my manager or somebody who's had a vital part in my career, yeah, I might speak up for that person. So what of it? Right? Either way you want to slice it, she had every right to say what she needed to say because Punch wasn't bothering nobody. And Nicki is coming out talking about he's been bullying her and they got the records of all of this stuff, which we're going to go through Punch's tweets that mention Nicki Minaj, and y'all can let me know how much of a bully he's been online. Okay? We're going to pull those up in just a few. But before we get to all that, Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club actually decided to come out today. She said that she spoke to Punch, and she says that his only recollection of interaction with Nicki Minaj, or at least the last interaction with Nicki Minaj to his recollection, was that Nicki reached out for a SZA feature. Okay? Which I find to be extremely ironic because Nicki actually went on her station head yesterday after this whole endeavor took place and claimed that she had never heard none of SZA's music. Even in her disses on Twitter, she said that she sounds like she's being stung by bees and said that she looks like she was stung by bees. I mean, I don't know why anybody thought that was funny or a good shot. You look and sound like you got stung by bees. Okay. But you know, her followers, her people, gonna act like that shit was the insult of the year. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into Lauren LaRosa and the Breakfast Club kind of talking about this, and then we're gonna get into the tweets and the station head and all of that stuff, man. Because Nicki she's on a fucking war path. She's not stopping. This is week 3 of me even covering this shit. This is about month 3 of her online ranting, but she's finally putting stamps on what she's talking about. All right, when it comes to Breakfast Club, Joe Budden, and platforms like that, we only do audio, all right? Let's go.
Words on X. So Nicki Minaj, at first she was tweeting about one of the TDE execs, Punch, who used to work with SZA. She basically felt like some of the tweets that he was tweeting while he was promoting a song were indirect shots at her. So she then...
What was the song?
It's a song called Broken Barbies, but it's something that he had been promoting prior to this back and forth. Mm-hmm. But Nicki Minaj felt like there were some shots being thrown her way in some of the tweets that he was tweeting about that song. But so she began then tweeting at him and just alleging a couple different things, alleging that because she decided not to do business with him, that he had been trying to sabotage her career and different things of that nature. So those tweets are happening. And then SZA tweets, not at Nicki Minaj, but she tweets randomly, Mercury retrograde, don't take the bait, laugh out loud, silly goose. So Nicki Minaj sees this and she responds directly to SZA, and she tells SZA to go draw her freckles back on Buki. And then she says, liar, liar, pants on fire, sounding like a effing dead dog. So SZA responded and she says, I don't give a F about none of the weird stuff that you're popping. So then Nicki Minaj continues to go. Like, she goes...
It sounds like they're in a 3rd grade.
It was very, like, I think we all were sitting there like...
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
What is happening right now?
Why SZA sound like she in a 3rd grade? She just receiving the energy that's being put in her direction.
Yeah. So Nicki Minaj then she started to go off. Like, some of the tweets were so long, like I couldn't even get through them here on the radio. They were like paragraphs, but she basically was... let's take a listen, because she went on station here after to talk more about what the tweets were. Let's take a listen to Nicki Minaj shaming SZA.
Listen, Mizza, find you somebody to motherfucking play with, Mizza. Les Miserables. You already played with your own. We seen how that went. And you know I don't surgery shame or body shame. You know I don't even do that. But I don't know if you fat, obese, chubby, or skinny.
Wow.
The whole thing is, leave me alone. Now, I don't know if this was before or after Freckles and Bumbleina came out. However, you took to your Twitter during those times to downgrade and downplay the top black women in their respective fields at the time. So that tells me a lot about you. So instead of you coming on Twitter to give props to the top black women in your field at that time.
Well, what about when you came out and you wasn't giving props to the top black woman that was in your spot at the time? The notorious K.I.M. You still don't get that lady no motherfucking credit. You act like you just Foxy Brown, biggest motherfucking fan, like Lil' Kim wasn't out at the same goddamn time and a bigger artist. You recreated that woman whole photo shoot and did all type of shit. Huh? But all of a sudden, it's like she never was out here. But okay. It's funny how those things come back around when you're the elder stateswoman.
To the women who you later worked with. So I guess they weren't that bad after all, huh?
I want y'all to know I have no idea what's going on right now.
That's how we all felt yesterday.
I'm trying to figure it out now.
That's how we all felt yesterday.
Yeah,
So
but I think I got some of it.
yes, Nicki Minaj just felt like SZA and Punch from TDE were coming for her, so she started going off. She took it from X to then Station Hit.
Why did she think that again?
Because Punch tweeted "Broken Barbies" and that made her.
And "Broken Barbies" is a song title. You said.
Yes.
For who?
It's a song that he's been pushing. I don't know whose song that song is.
The girl's
but
name is Lyric.
It's a song that he's been pushing. But I didn't know that there was, I guess, like...
Lauren, what the fuck, man? You know, we went up for you, shouty. We went up for you. And I'm just going to put this up there because he linked the video directly under the Broken Barbies tweet. It took 2 seconds to see, oh, I am Lyric. We'll continue. We all make clerical mistakes and stuff like that, but damn.
Bad blood behind the scenes, according to Nicki Minaj. That's why she took it like it was something coming for her, because she was alleging that they had, I guess, words or dealings or something before that she felt like the TDE team was trying to not silence her, but just like sabotage her business. She says that they were trying to sabotage her business allegedly and come for her and silence her on a platform that she uses to do her job.
And in 2011,
please show us where TDE is sabotaging Nicki Minaj's business. Please, somebody. Nicki, heavy on it. Young Money, Republic. Deb ain't been back in the fold long enough. Somebody come tell us, show us the receipts of TDE trying to block something from Nicki Minaj. Or of Punch bullying.
I seen, did SZA put out some tweets against
Rihanna
and some other people?
Well, according to, there's a Nicki Minaj fan that tweeted some old tweets that Nicki Minaj then retweeted. And these tweets talked about Beyonce, it talked about Rihanna, Sierra, and then also Nicki Minaj in response to Iggy Azalea. Now, these are alleged old tweets from SZA that Nicki then retweeted.
SZA wasn't SZA in 2011?
Exactly. I don't know how many of y'all were out here, but I want to say like 2017, 18. I forgot what year it was exactly. It might have been even before then. It was a mass of tweets from famous artists that came up basically in the blog era, the Twitter era, that when they was trying to get on, they was saying crazy shit about the artist that was established at the time, basically shitting on them, really just mad that they weren't on yet, right? So this is not a new phenomenon. This is not something that was hidden. Like, we know when niggas is in the kitchen looking for something to eat and ain't got nothing but goddamn soft shell tortillas in that bitch and cheese and ain't got no meat to put on that motherfucker, niggas start putting out angry tweets. I've done it. Probably during that era. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, man, well, how the fuck am I not on when these niggas is out here putting out bullshit and you just start saying shit. But 2011, we got to go back 14 years for some dirt. We got to go back 14 years. And you trying to apply it to today? You sure you want to do that?
So Nicki Minaj gets into that as well too. Let's take a listen to Nicki Minaj saying SZA isn't an icon.
You were just one of the kids that couldn't get in the crowd, at the in crowd, huh? You went and started drawing freckles on your mother face.
Come on.
But do these people not know my stats? Like, does this woman think, like, on any day that if me and her walked in the room, in any country, in the world, these bots done got to your mother fat heads, I see. Y'all don't even know who is a mother superstar and icon anymore, huh, Mizza? Mizza, you're not an icon. You are a yodeling fool who needs auto-tune, who done dissed every female entertainer based off of, the screenshots. Take your yodeling ass on somewhere else. But ultimately, this is not that serious, you guys, okay? And honestly, I hate having to speak like this to women.
Come on.
SZA
You know,
is definitely on her way to icon status, though. I mean, her trajectory is just going up, up, up. She's only on her second album.
And Nicki Minaj, that part of Station Head, and even the part on X where Nicki Minaj was basically talking about SZA's numbers and, you know, whatever songs or whatever, is because SZA basically said, look, I'm done with all this. Like, I didn't directly tweet at anybody. I was tweeting about something from a show. She came at me, so of course I'm mad now, and I respect.
And the stats have been addressed. Because she said, do you not know my motherfucking stats? We're going to pull those up as well.
Responded, but I'm off this. She said, I'm going to go be meek and silent. People thought that was like a low-key shot too. But
Because they don't know, they think the word meek means meek milk.
oh, baby, meek milk.
Well, I'm not even joking. How do y'all consume this all day? Y'all don't feel
I'm listening now. This is funny.
Listen,
That's funny.
Listen,
That's a shot because y'all don't know what the word meek means?
SZA then decided to step out of the situation and started tweeting about, you know, how, like on X they'll tweet like, oh, you hit this number on your songs or like whatever. Like there were like some notable mentions that
she started retweeting that motherfucking diamond status and that 9 million status on SOS. That's what the fuck it was. We ain't gotta beat around the bush. She saw them stats. Oh, I just hit 9 million on the motherfucking album. Yeah. I'm about to hit diamond. I got 10 diamond records out this bitch. Yeah. What's happening? Since we want to talk numbers.
came across her timeline about herself, and she retweeted them. So Nicki then basically took that as, is she trying to talk numbers? Like that type of, you know, energy. So yeah, and I'm trying to find the artist's name because Punch also had tweeted out the actual video after he tweeted Broken Barbies, that the song he was promoting. But I can't find the artist's name, but I'll mention it since it's such a topic of conversation now.
It is?
I mean, it was yesterday. Oh, it's her name is I Am Lyric, and the song is called Broken Barbies.
So it had nothing to do with SZA.
It had nothing to do with Nicki Minaj.
So Nicki's become that 42-year-old rich auntie who don't like nobody, huh? Just show up at the family reunion complaining about everybody here.
I know SZA was like this.
She ain't like the potato salad. She ain't like the baked bean. She said, y'all put the motherfucking wrong sauce in the baked bean. Y'all ain't put enough motherfucking brown sugar in the baked bean. Who the fuck put all this mayo in the goddamn potato salad? Where the relish at in the potato salad? Yeah, she damn sure showed up like that, goddamn it. Did y'all season this motherfucking chicken with some mustard? I swear, man, y'all can't do nothing right around here. Goddamn shame. So, let me pull this other shit up, because, like I said, they did pull up the numbers. Because this is what Nicki had to say. Nicki says, wait, does SZA think she's more successful than me? LOL. Y'all catch me up, please. SZA, if every song you've ever done vanished right now, the music business wouldn't even miss you. Have you not heard like the last 6-7 years of female R&B artists? They all are speaking SZA's language. They all are doing the baby R's, the W's when they say R's. Whatever fucking language that is, there's a whole generation of young singers who are singing just like SZA. Let's not fucking play dumb here. You've been influential too. But let's not be dumb. Okay? I've been to countries that never heard of you, she says. I know you're not that stupid, are you? Stadiums? Did you look at the venues I played on my own headline festival tour out of the country last year? Beh. Have you ever headlined to 80,000 people? Beh. What have you ever done besides yodel with auto-tune? Ma'am, have you heard your own singing that needed retuning? Boo, I am an icon. You're not. The end. Pay that man for almost breaking his back. Okay? She's joking about that slip-up that happened on the tour on the first night. Why didn't you speak up when your exec was bullying and harassing me, you dirty mangy what? I don't use that word. When did the bullying and harassing come? We still haven't found that. These botted numbers on all platforms have y'all losing y'all motherfucking minds. You the type that would have been quiet in school trying to fit in. So now, why the quiet folks got to get hit? She was quiet until you added her and she got on your motherfucking helmet. Now you can't take it. That's one thing I do not like is somebody who come out here talking shit, and then when somebody come stand up to them, they completely kirk out and go into motherfucking malfunction mode, start acting like the motherfucker from Power Rangers. I. Just a complete malfunction. I don't like shit like that. And you've been doing that shit for 2 years straight. Don't think we forgot. Anyway, you still have no clue who you are. I know you went nights without washing that musty face, ma'am. Bitch, how you remember exactly where every freckle go? Justice for Demery, Desiree Perez. We want to discuss your daughter's lawsuit. And did you do your deposition? Oh, okay. What is this? I don't know why she chose this picture. Anyway, we don't act like that didn't happen. So here they get to the stats. Nicki Minaj, certified units in millions, 65.5. That is nothing to scoff at to move 65.5 million units in your career. She's got 31 gold units in her career. She's got 26 platinum units in her career. She's got 14 multi-platinum units in her career, 2 diamond units. Okay? Excellent numbers. Excellent achievements of success. We're not going to downplay that. That's Nicki Minaj. Here we've got SZA, who's been out half the time. Certified units in millions, 103.5 million certified units compared to 65.5, which both are amazing. But here we're having the conversation because she created the conversation. SZA gold units, 45. Nicki Minaj, 31. Platinum units, 32 for SZA. Nicki Minaj, 26. Multi-platinum units for SZA, 19. Nicki Minaj, 14. Now, as it states here, diamond units for Nicki Minaj, 2. It says 0 for SZA here. But she was actually tweeting about diamond units. We're going to go on that in a second, too, because this doesn't actually seem to be accurate. So let me go find that real quick. I think the problem is that TDE or Sony, they're not getting the certifications from RIAA. Same as Kendrick. Like, he got a bunch of diamond songs just sitting there, but it's not certified diamond until you actually go do the necessary things for them to send you the plaque and everything. So here, SOS is eligible for 9 times platinum, 9 million units, not quite diamond, but it will be. She says, I'm really about to have my first diamond album in under 3 years. Thank you, God, and thank you, everyone, for taking this journey with me. They follow up. SZA's Control is now eligible for 7 times platinum in the U.S. Debuted number 2 on the Billboard 200 with 64,000 sold. Damn, it debuted with 64K and is now at 7 million. Who Jah Bless, No Man Curse. 7, my favorite number. Omayo, thank you. Or Omeo. Here says SZA and Travis Scott, Love Galore, has now sold over 10 million units in the U.S. She says, my 4th diamond certification this year. Thank you, God, and thank y'all. So it hasn't been updated. She says she got 4 this year. So now that's 4-2. Allegedly. Now, Nicki Minaj continues to tweet. Now, remember, Lauren LaRosa said that Nicki reached out for a feature from SZA in 2020. Nicki Minaj claims that there was something after that, an interaction between herself, and I don't know if it was Punch directly or TDE, But here's what she says. This is what they be wanting when they release music. Speak on me or about me at your own risk. I didn't see anybody that released music and used you as a launching pad. This young lady, Lyric, she wrote a song called Broken Barbies, where she talked about not being able to afford Ken dolls, so she made her Barbies fuck or something like that. You know, like, you don't own Barbie. Like, none of your trademarks that we've seen are Barbie. Yes, you took it and ran with it, but you don't own that word. Even your fan base, I don't even know if Barb's is trademarked under her ownership. But anyway, she says, when I'm discussing the abuse I've suffered at the hands of any man, if you as a woman choose to get in the field, you're going to leave bloody, figuratively speaking, of course. Okay? And the thing that I don't understand is she keeps alleging some form of abuse of power, people keeping tabs on her, surveilling her, but she will not go in any detail. She will not disclose any proof. She just wants us to accept her words at face value when she's been out here crying wolf for years. Anyway, she says, I'll expose more of your lies, and I tell y'all all the time I play the long game. So while y'all celebrated insignificant wins and fake laughed for hours, God was already working. Sit this out. Trust. Ego won't win this one. Truth is truth. It doesn't change. The lies and deceit and abuse of power, ain't gonna cut it. No more, no more, no more. Okay? That's the same shit we just talked about, but is there more that was on there? Pay that man for, I already went through that. Yeah, we went through that one. So then she says, bitch put out a whole new album as a deluxe to an already existing album that was out for like a year or two. So the original album could break records. Like, what in the insecure lack of morals and integrity you doing? I thought she was like a real artist. Girl, bye. Now, this was the biggest pot calling the kettle black moment. I ain't gonna lie. Because I remember very vividly Pink Friday, Roman's Revenge, Pink Friday, this one, that one, Pink Friday, this one, that one. It was about 2-3 albums of the same shit with a couple extra songs, the re-up. We lived through that era, ma'am. We got Pink Friday here. Pink Friday Standard Edition. Pink Friday UK Super Bass Edition. Pink Friday Special Deluxe Edition. Pink Friday Overseas Digital Limited Edition. Pink Friday US Best Buy and International Physical Deluxe Edition. Pink Friday New Zealand Deluxe Edition. Pink Friday Japanese Deluxe Edition. Pink Friday 2020 Complete Edition. That's 10 years removed. That's just the debut album. Album number 2, Pink Friday Roman Reloaded, Standard Edition. Pink Friday Roman Reloaded Deluxe Edition. Pink Friday Roman Reloaded Australian, UK, Japanese, and Latin American Edition. Pink Friday Roman Reloaded 2023 LP reissue, not to mention the re-up came out the same year, months after the original. It was a Roman Reloaded and a Roman Reloaded re-up later on in the year. But you talking about versions of albums. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the latest. Pink Friday 2 Digital Edition track listing. Pink Friday 2 Gag City Deluxe Edition. Pink Friday 2, Gag City Digital Pluto Edition. Went to Pluto, to a planet that don't even exist no more. Pink Friday 2, Physical Edition. Not to mention, each song on the album had about 4, 5, 30 different editions. So, and again, like, some of this shit would be able to, like, slide if you weren't criticizing people for doing the same shit you be doing. If everybody could be equal, and it's like, hey, if we doing extra editions of our shit and everybody's getting in, then let everybody get in. But if it's good for you, why is it not okay for the next person when you do it damn near the most? You and Taylor Swift are the most infamous reissuing motherfuckers in the industry. Some of y'all actually showed me that the whole 30 million thing was aimed at Doechii, because No Spin TV academics had put out this fake stat of Doechii allegedly losing more than 30 million monthly listeners. So here, Nicki says, it doesn't even matter. How could 4 different artists all lose approximately 30 million listeners or streams in the last couple months while actively releasing music and or touring? I could have swore just a few days ago when Spotify did another cleanup on artists' streams, I could have swore Nicki Minaj was in that group as well. But since I don't know that to be a certified fact, I'll just say I thought that's what I saw. You know, maybe my eyes were deceiving me. They say they're rushing out those stats because the jig is up with all those botted enhancements. I didn't even know Mezzo was still at it, chap. She then adds Jay-Z. That SC is Jay-Z's Twitter that he does not use. She says, you better come get her. What is Jay-Z's connection to SZA? I'm sure there's respect there, but Jay-Z is not in pocket with SZA. You better tell their exec to say what he called me begging for more than once right before I released PF2. All right. So PF2 was released at the end of 2023. And she's alleging, she didn't say Punch by name. So she could have been talking about Punch, or she could have been talking about someone else from TDE. Punch typically handles business for SZA. There could have been maybe a Doechii collab or a Doechii proposition maybe to collab with Nicki. Because at one point, Doechii did very much say how much she loved Nicki. At one point, Doechii used to say, if you're not a Barb, you can't work with me. You know what I'm saying? She hasn't kept that sentiment lately. They say that she unfollowed Nicki Minaj after Bigfoot, which I don't blame. But perhaps that was something that was going on, right? Because remember, at one point, Doechii also really wanted to work with Azalea Banks. And Azalea Banks turned around and did this same shit to her. So I wouldn't be surprised. And it's funny how we get to mention these two in the same kind of sentence now. Nicki and Azalea, they are one and the same damn near. She says, but because I knew Roc Nation was affiliated with them and was just trying to use the queen again, I just kept turning their requests down, Buki. So she's again trying to put Roc Nation in TDE business. Unless TDE is giving Roc Nation like 10 to 20% of all label profits just off the muscle, which sounds insane. What the fuck does Roc Nation have to do with TDE outside of them supporting Kendrick, allowing him to perform at the Super Bowl? And we do know that they also have a support for Doechii, but a lot of people in the industry support Doechii. It's not like they're running ads for her or anything. Whatever. And of course, SZA performed at the Super Bowl with Kendrick, but it's just weird. She says, it's been tough for you and Desiree Perez now that you can't use my fans and me anymore, huh? I'm guessing that's a shot at Rock Nation. Sounds like Megan, maybe? Because her and Megan were on good terms at one point, then they not. It's all ridiculous. It's been tough now that smear campaign ain't smearing the same. I mean, was that a real video of her begging for 40 million? How are they smearing you when you the one talking every day? How are they smearing you when you're the one talking every day? This shit is strange, man. There's more. She says, should I tell them the real story of why you came to listen to the Queen album in my studio and why you were on the phone with me and G Roberson telling me that someone else needed the beat I had already gotten lawyers involved with for my song with The Weeknd? Okay. I'm guessing this is aimed at Jay-Z. This is because Queen album is what, 2018? 2019? Yeah, so Queen album is 2018. The song with The Weeknd is called Thought I Knew You, produced by somebody by the name of Jay Reed. Jay Reed has multiple production credits on this album. He's on track 1, track 4, track 7, track 10. Oh, he did Chun-Li. Shout out to Jay Reed on that one. I still like Chun-Li despite all the mess. What else was he on? That's it. So she's claiming that there was a discrepancy around the song with The Weeknd and the producer. All right, just giving context. So she says the beat was taken from me and my producer, remade another beat, and I was sued because apparently the new beat was still too similar. Okay, so I'm guessing this producer Jay Reed had given her a beat. They were already getting the track processed for the album, and then there was a legal discrepancy in which the producer had to remake the beat all over. Right? I guess another artist must have already used the beat. So he tried to give her something, tried to change some elements to it, and they say she was sued because the beat was still too similar to the previous version. Okay, so I'm guessing she's saying that Jay-Z sabotaged that situation. She says, should we discuss the role G. Roberson? And for people that don't know who G. Roberson is, G. Roberson is, he used to be an A&R. He's now a manager in the industry. He has been for many years. He comes from the Rockefeller family tree. G. Roberson used to co-manage Wayne. He used to co-manage Drake. He used to co-manage Nicki. He used to manage Nicki entirely at one point. Nicki fired him. G went on to work with damn it, man, I forgot who he went on to work with that became an issue. That shit escapes me. But she fired him. Right? So she says, should we discuss the role G. Roberson played in all of this when I had no idea? Remember that line you said about Future and his son? Why'd you say that? Life comes at you fast, Jigga Man. I could have swore he said the line about Future after Future was trying to clown Jay-Z about the money phone bars on 444 album. Anyway, she then at one of her Stan accounts says, celebs love Nicki. Did you post the weird stats on IG? She says, Jay, how was Desiree? Did she do her deposition? Had no idea she and I used one of the same law firms. I just terminated them once I learned. I wonder if what she did to her daughter is proven true, if she herself should be Baker acted. I mean, wouldn't you say that's insane behavior if you're Rock Nation CEO was doing these kinds of things. LOL. Remember how niggas tried to lowball me for what I'd make per show for my Gag City tour? Haha. I mean, that's Jay-Z's fault for was Jay-Z involved in your negotiation for your tour? She says, but then competition came along and a real offer had to be made, huh? That will make someone split a lot less, right? Is Jay-Z eating off your tour? Please show us the paperwork that Jay-Z should be getting paid off of your tour. I know there's people that have come from also the Rockefeller family tree that have gone into the touring business, that have gone into like folks that come from Rockefeller in the era of like 2000 to like 2008, 9-ish, folks that were like imperative in those meetings, in those situations. They've gone on and done amazing things throughout the music industry. But does that directly tie back to Jay-Z doing some covert funny stuff? I don't know. She says, didn't Future tour with the other touring company and had a really successful tour? It's funny. All Future did was say a song he co-wrote was taken from him without his knowledge, etc. I'm paraphrasing here. But it seems that certain people end up hating the people they can't get money from, huh? It's funny how much more my Gag City tour made than all my others. Okay. That was a Live Nation tour, wasn't it? Isn't it funny how me taking Monica got people mad because they couldn't get their artists on my tour as an opener? LOL, we got lots of requests. Who was gonna open on the tour? And I think a lot of people were pretty disappointed. Shout out to Monica. We love Monica. She from my town. Monica can do no wrong in my eyes. But I think a lot of people thought that was a weird branding collab between Monica and Nicki to be on tour together at the time. Who was mad they couldn't get their artists on the tour? Because at the time, who had an artist that liked you, that wanted to open for you? Out of the people that we know are established in the industry, or like, you know what I mean? Megan went and did her own tour. Doechie's doing her own fucking thing. Maybe y'all could have tried. I don't know. Was that on the table? I don't know. Doechie's not Jay's artist. Isn't it funny how that touring data page stopped posting touring data during a certain other person's tour? That's Megan. Were you the one that helped get Desiree pardoned? Lil Wayne was the only one that got punished for his pardon, though, huh? Lil Wayne punished? Was Lil Wayne punished for his pardon? Lil Wayne has been under scrutiny like 12 times in his career and has never actually had to pay for none of it. Niggas talk about his ass for 2 weeks and then he goes right back to being a lot of people's GOAT status artist. He said crazy ass bars that should never exist. He done all type of shit. He's tried to say racism didn't apply to him. All type of shit. Lil Wayne has never been negatively impacted by none of his actions. And that pardon falls right in line with the same shit. I wonder if you guys have any control over any blogs that make them not want to post stuff about you that they post about plenty others. Inside, you're just an insecure guy who would rather pay for bots at 55 than to do the right thing, huh? Allegedly, of course. So she's saying Jay-Z just out here paying bots. He don't want to do no real work. Okay. What is this? Most eligible U.S. units in the U.S. Rihanna, 411. Nicki Minaj, 351 million. Most streamed black woman on Spotify. Rihanna, 50 billion. Nicki Minaj, 39. Most viewed black women on YouTube. Rihanna, Nicki Minaj. digital single sales sold in U.S. Rihanna, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj. This is what it looks like when you're able to sell and accumulate streams. She dominates in both, not just one. Okay, so this is QC Worldwide putting these stats up. Okay. So that's what we have here, you know. You would think somebody with so much accomplished wouldn't have so much to prove. You know? I don't know, man. If you want to expose Jay-Z, you're going to have to start peeling back some layers. You're going to have to start revealing what the fuck going on. You can't be the bully and the victim at the same time. You can't swing on somebody first and then say you got sucker punched. You can't, it's not how things work in this world. Oh yeah, we were supposed to pull up the tweets on Punch, right? To show whether or not he's been bullying her on Twitter. Here's the threads of Punch using the name Nicki throughout his time on Twitter. Okay. 2012, Punch says Nicki projected to do 225 first week. Yikes. I don't think that yikes was a shot. I think that yikes was like, oh, she out here doing it. Man, I'm feeling myself video with Nicki and B. Yeah, at SZA. So he's giving her props. I'm feeling myself video with Nicki and B. 2014, he retweets top MCs today at Ebro. He says top 10 MCs today: Drake, Meek, Nicki, Fab, Lupe, Q, Wayne, Ross. Damn, you ain't even had Kendrick in that motherfucker, did you? The fuck? 2012, LOL, Nicki got y'all hot. Again, it sounds like he's on her side. More up to date, 2022. Wait, who are the current superstars in rap post Kendrick, Cole, Drake, and Nicki? He's trying to figure out who's going to be the next superstar up. I don't see anything disparaging her name. My darling Nicki, I don't even think that has anything to do with her. Here, Punch is adding one of her stands. He says Nicki is more technically skilled than Pac for sure. It's other areas, though, that rounds Pac out. Okay, so apparently this person was trying to make some sort of comparison between Nicki and Tupac, which I think is asinine, but he humored it. Once again, My Darling Nicki is produced by Mayatola, so that's a song that has nothing to do with her. Here's a tweet he has at Isaiah Rashad. Hey, yo, what's good? Nicki voice getting that Miley at the awards. That's not bullying. Here, this is last year after Not Like Us came out, May 11th. Let me see what this tweet is. He says, my updated top 5 in order. Jay-Z, Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, Notorious B.I.G., Nas. So that's Punch's top 5 MCs of all time in his order. This person says, I won't say it because you know what I'ma say. He said, Nicki? The person answered, not necessarily, but out of all the lady MCs, you don't think a single one is first, second, third, fourth, or even fifth best overall? I do think Nicki, MC Lyte, or Miss Lauryn Hill deserves to be here more than Biggie for sure, though. That's something people could argue on their own time. I ain't got shit to do with that. But I don't see where he was shitting on her at all. He just figured homeboy would try to put her in the conversation. Or homegirl, whoever that was. They. He then says, Nicki top 5 of this generation. Dot, Cole, Nicki, Drake, Future. Okay, giving her props just last year. This darling Nicki thing we already know is not about her. Yeah, it's definitely tough. I think Nicki have the best chance right now, and then it's a lot after her. Probably not a lot after her. But again, giving her props, 2022. March 22nd, 2024, This is really before the beef really went crazy. He said, Dot, Drake, Cole, Future, and Nicki, top 5 of this generation. I see nothing but credit given here. He even went out his way to credit Drake multiple times in this thread. So where's the hate and bullying? Seems to me she just don't like them. You know what I mean? She don't like Doechii out here getting accolades off her mixtape, it would seem, right? Because if you're going to try to troll somebody about 30 million missing from No Spin TV, somebody who's known for putting out misinformation, you don't like the girl, okay? And the fact that she may have taken some cues from things that you do because she was influenced by you, and she might not be the biggest fan of you today, that makes you feel away. Just like Lotto made you feel away. Just like Megan Thee Stallion made you feel away. Just like Cardi B made you feel away. If SZA was too busy to give you a feature back in 2020, I understand there could be some sour grapes there. But I could have swore the story was nobody owes nobody no features. Remember when Erica Banks was out here begging for a Nicki Minaj feature? Remember when Baby Tate was out here begging for a Nicki Minaj feature? And everybody said, she don't owe nobody nothing. What's good for the goose must be good for the gander, right? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share the video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. This shit ran way longer than I really wanted it to, but we had to get to the bottom of it, and we still ain't at the bottom of it because this shit is the story that never ends. I'll catch y'all later, though. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.